All right, guys, here we go again. We've got another match, this time against Black Roses. We should be able to win this one. Hopefully, Lionheart will lose. I'm not going to put Jermaine Coulter in there instead of Danny Nuisila. We have a problem. We don't really have anybody good to play right back, so that's one of those positions we're going to be looking to improve in the future. We have brought on quite a few players, though, and that includes Jermaine Sione, who is one of the better strikers in the league, who we got, of course, from Lionheart. I believe it was Lionheart we got him from. He's going to be on the bench because he's nowhere near as good as Maile, in my opinion. But maybe this will be exactly what we need to make this happen. We have a good-looking crowd there, and the question is whether we can overcome those early season jitters and end up winning this one. Now, the dynamics in the squad have ended up being pretty poor because of all the new players that we've brought in. That's something that I'm a little bit concerned about, but not fully concerned with. We're going to get rid of a lot of these players once the season is over. We just keep bringing in players, and it's mostly, like I've said, to play a keep away from the other teams. Rock down to Palipua. Palipua walks us on forward over to the new Maile there on the right side. That's Walter with it. And we have no idea what he did because that was the end of that highlight. So we'll see what happens. Whatever is happening, it looks pretty good for Palipua, who had a 7.0 rating for a second there. Abdi goes back and grabs this one, lumps it forward, looking for Milani and can't quite find him. This is going to be back with Black Roses for a shot, and their shot is far high of goal. Good turnout for the Black Roses crowd here today, too, by the way. And so we have a pretty good crowd here on hand. That should do very well for our bank account. Kareem saves that one in. Should have let that gone out for a throw, I think. Then he wins the ball back over to Maile. Maile with it, and he takes a shot. He's got 5 guys around him, and he still takes a shot from that range. Really, really good job there by Maile. And we're going to keep on keeping on. We'll keep on trucking. And here is Kareem with the free kick over to Abdi. Abdi just misses it. Kareem with it again. He's a good player. Abdi now over to Palipua, over to Rock. Rock takes a shot and just barely misses the goal. And that was a very, very good thought there by Rock. That's what we like to see. This is knocked into play by the Black Roses keeper, who finds their player in midfield, and then Afa Moana, of course, is able to run back and grab onto this one. Afa's been playing a lot better ever since I changed the tactic around a little bit, and it makes me wonder how many good players we have lost because I was too pig-headed to actually make some changes. So that tells you something about life, doesn't it? And we better get around onto this one. Fortunately, they think that it's good to take shots from way out there, and so we'll let them do that all they want. Danny having a poor match, and that's kind of what's happening. Afa actually having a poor match. I should stop singing his praises maybe. And we need to see some offense here from somebody, and it's been pretty quiet here in the first half. We look like we're not really all the way ready to play. Here's Kareem with the free kick. Lumps that one forward looking for Twala can't find him. It's back with Rock, and he almost feeds Twala, not quite. Afa with it over to Abdi. Abdi down to Palipua. Palipua looks forward to Maile, and his header's just too high. And boy, that was a really, really good thought, and that was a good idea, and that just didn't work for us. And let's see what we can do here. We're going to have to make some changes, I'll tell you that. We've got some players who are looking a little bit scared, and I think, well, this is what we're going to do. Kareem's going to go back there, and Atu's going to come in. Want to keep Rock on, want to keep Tola Lele on. Danny's the other one I'm kind of worried about. And can Sione really play out there? Do we dare risk this? Does he have any experience playing there? He doesn't on that right side. I'm going to say, I mean, we could always like stick him in there and sort of see what happens. It's either him or we put Fatonu on. I mean, we might as well give it a try. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about making that kind of change. So let's see what we can do here. I mean, he's young. He can learn how to play the position if we need to. If Moana wins this one, tries to find Atu. Atu hasn't played for a little while because Kareem came in, and Kareem has been very, very good. Very good job there by the boys in the back, but we need some goals. We need to win this match. Drawing this would probably end our season. Maile, the Walter Maile in the back with this one. Walks it up forward, still walks it up over to Sione. Sione doesn't know what to do in this position, and he does the best that he can to knock a crossover there to Maile, and that almost worked. Their keeper knocks it forward. We're going to win this one. Palipua wins over to Twala Lele. Twala Lele back to Abdi. Abdi over to Afa Moana. Famoana takes his forward over to Kareem, and he knocks it back to Abdi. Abdi lumps this forward again, looking for Maile, and can't quite find him. That was a really poor pass, I would say, there from Abdi. And this is one of those things I'm kind of worried about, and we're kind of letting them walk all over us. Fortunately, though, we're able to grab onto that one. Ikuvalu grabs that one out of the sky. And we haven't given up a goal yet. That's a good thing, but we haven't scored yet, which is the problem. And let's see what we can do there. Silao has it knocked forward. Palipua goes back and grabs that one, and he will lump this forward again, looking for Maile. I'm not quite certain why he keeps doing that. This other Maile, Walter Maile, ends up just setting up the defender. I'm not sure if he remembers what team he's on. Famoana now with the ball, and it's stripped away from him far too easily. And I was going to say, well, maybe the new players aren't playing so well, but the ones who aren't are the established players. So we'll see what we can do here. It's going to be Isu with this again. And they have the ball in a very, very good attacking position. And let's see if you got to tackle him, man. You can't just run with him. And fortunately for us, Poyer Famoana's shot is wide of everything. And here is Kareem with this free kick. Knocks this one forward, looking for Palipua. Can't quite find him. That's a long way to kick a free kick. We should probably think of something else for those. Kareem takes his forward. Beautifully done. And there's Maile with the goal. Finally, number 26 of the season for Toa Maile. And Kareem and Maile get along very, very well. Kareem, you can tell he still wants to play as that left winger. And, I mean, this kind of works. This was kind of a left wing type move. And he says, well, I like playing in this position. I'll just knock this forward. Maile has 4 men around him. They're swarming around him like ants, and they still can't stop him from getting that header in. 1-0 for PanSa East. Can we hold on is the question, and we better hold on. We need to win this match. Losing this match would be poor, and a draw is unacceptable. Maile over to Kareem, and Kareem allows the ball to get by him, but is able to win possession again. He's just simply better than the other players. That was another good cross to Maile, and this time his header was high. And we have a half hour left to go, and Rock Kalliope having a really, really poor match. Kalliope here with the ball. Slows it down over to Palipua. Palipua lumps this one forward, looking for Maile, and can't quite find him. It's Sione who grabs this one. And Sione looks like he's a natural there on the right wing, and he just goes up and takes a shot and says, well, I might as well give this a try. This is my one chance to shine. I think he knows that he's not going to get into the team past Maile, so he'll take whatever chance he can get. Twalo Lele tries to win this off and is one off of him. And fortunately for us, that shot is too high. And we're going to keep going with this. I know that Rock's having a poor match. I trust him. I want him to stay out there, and Atu is injured. So now what do? We're going to do this, and who can play in the middle for us? How are we going to do this? That's what we're going to do. Sione is going to play in the middle. Fatonu now is going to play on the right, and Atu, unfortunately, the kid, has had such a great season, and I think he's just seen it come to an end. But it's a good thing that we got Kareem, isn't it? It's Walter Maile over to Palipua to Twalo Lele, who lumps this forward, this time looking for Kareem, who's back on the left side. He might be a little bit confused as to where he's supposed to play. And it's going to be there Famoana who takes it over. And fortunately for us, Abdi is there, and he's fast. Over to Twalo Lele. Twalo Lele looking for Maile and just can't quite find him. And that's happened a lot. Maile gets himself into good positions, but then he doesn't really know how to look for the ball. Ikuvalu, that's what we call a sweeper keeper. Ikuvalu running all over the place. Sione passes this over to Fatonu, who lumps it forward for Maile and just can't get to him. Kareem with it now. Kareem takes this forward. There is the cross to Maile. Can't get to him. Fatonu crosses it again, and there it is. 2-0 to Maile with 2 goals in this one, number 27 of the season, and that was an amazing play by Fatonu. You know, I was looking up Fatonu, and the coaches told me he's surplus to requirements, and I think this is surplus to requirements. I mean, just look at what he does on this, right? He's got the ball, great position. He just lumps it right back in and gets the assist. You can call him surplus to requirements all you want, but if he's helping us score goals, I want him on my side, right? I don't know. Sometimes in this game, the coaches, will tell you stuff that doesn't make any sense and that's not worth listening to. Walter Maile is reminding me why we really miss it's Tiatia, who's been out because of the suspension for having too many yellow cards, and he's not having a good match. Here's Kareem with it again. Kareem over to Rock. Rock brings it forward up to Fatonu. Fatonu with it, plays with it, dances over to Maile, and Maile has the hat trick. Man, he missed the header, and that allowed Feula to get a toe on it, and he knocked it right into Maile's range, and he shot it right over the top of the keeper. So it was 2 goals yesterday, 5 the day before, and 3 now for Maile in this game. He is outscoring, entire teams in 3 games. Can you imagine that? It's been, how many is that? 10 goals now in 3 matches for Maile. And we're doing pretty well. We have 5 minutes left. We're going to win this match. we've been dominant the whole way. And we have to watch out here. Who is this Han guy? Is this another player that we should put on our squad? I don't know. Faatonu able to get in the way of that one. That's why he's on this squad. Faatonu is much better than our coaches think. I mean, I'm not going to listen much to what they have to say. And there is the pass forward to Maile, who wins it back and almost gets number 4 just like that. That'll be a corner for us, and that was a really good attacking move, I would say. I don't think it's the tactic. I think it's the players. Here is Afa Moana, who knocks us forward, and unfortunately we're not able to find much of anybody. So some poor matches and some good matches from our guys, but it's Maile whose contribution actually counts. And we are going to win this match 3-0, and that means that we have excitement coming up here into the season. Abdi over to Kareem. Kareem back to Rock. Rock over to Faatonu. Faatonu's got to score, and he does. Elama Faatonu, first goal of the season, and he's finally scored, and it's 4-0 for PanSa East FC. Faatonu's been an absolute godsend. I mean, he's just been absolutely amazing for this squad. He's been amazing. And, you know, the funny thing is that if that was saved, Maile is right behind him, and he scores a goal instead. So that's the way that it is. That's the way that it works. It is 4-0 for PanSa East FC. And Faatonu here with the header. Again, he wants to keep going. And that'll be a goal kick. That's going to be the end of the match here. And they're not even going to let him take the kick. We win this one 4-0. Hat trick from Maile. 19 shots, 8 on target, 2.04 XG is all. Only 54% of the possession. But we played very, very well. We completed many of our passes. We're winning every tackle. We have a good squad. Now let's hope that the Lionheart lose. If Lionheart lose, then we are really in business. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.